Hello, my sunshines. So of course we are starting off with a freshly washed face, and I've already applied my eye cream and my moisturizer, and then pulling my hair back so it is not in our face the entire time. So I'm going to be starting off with the face today, and I'm going to be going in with 3 separate primers, and that is way too over dramatic, but I mean, hey, what can you do? The very first one that I'm going to be going in with is the Boscia No Pores, No Shine T-Zone treatment, and I just like to warm this up in between my fingers and then apply it into my T-zone and then just a little bit onto my cheeks. For the second primer, I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, and then same thing, just warming up the product in between my fingers and applying this all over my face. I feel that when you warm up the product in between your fingers before applying it, it just helps stick into the skin a little bit better. So first I like to rub it into my skin, and then once I do that, I like to go back in and pat the primer. The last primer, this is totally unnecessary, but because I am so oily and I want this makeup to stay all day long, this is pretty important for me. So this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer, and same thing, I just like to rub it in between my fingers and then just apply it where I get the most oily, which is my T-zone and cheek area. While I let the face primer sit, I'm going to go in with the Nars, what is this called again? Smudge proof something primer, I don't know, I'll have it linked down below, but I just apply this all over my lid and pat it out, and then over top of that, here it is, I go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20 as always, and I just oh, please excuse me, I just go in and pat this all over my lid and then go over it with a damp beauty blender just to pick up all of the extra product. Because I'm super oily and I'm going to be going in with a glittery or a more glittery eyeshadow, this is a super important step for me. For foundation today, I'm going to be going in with my current obsession, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and this foundation is absolutely amazing. I can probably go anywhere between 6 to 8 hours without having to touch up, meaning that I don't have to blot and I don't have to reapply powder. It is absolutely amazing, and it is perfect for day to nighttime transitions because it has an SPF in it for the daytime, but it's not high enough where it'll give you that horrible white cast in photography at night. So the way that I like to apply this is in small sections of my face. I just pop on a few dots and then of course blend it out with a damp beauty blender, taking it all the way back into my hairline and dragging it down my neck just so it doesn't look like we're wearing a mask. Because I want this makeup look to stay all day, I'm going to go in with cream contour before I go in with the powder, and this is the Laura Mercier cream contour kit, and of course I'm hitting the cheekbones, forehead, jaw, chin, and a little bit under the lip to give a little bit more of a pouty effect. I first went in with a Sigma brush. I'm not exactly sure of the name of it, but it's just a little bit more precise. And then as you can see, I'm going in with a bigger, a little bit fluffier brush. I'm not exactly sure of the name of this one either because I got it in an Ipsy bag, but I'll have it linked down below. Once I have the cream contour all blended out, I like to go back in with my beauty blender just to make sure that there are no harsh lines, and this also helps if I went a little heavy-handed with the cream contour. I can just go in with the beauty blender and soften it all out. For concealer today, I went back in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, applying this on my chin, underneath my eyes, in between my brows, on the forehead, and down the center of the nose. And I normally don't like using this concealer underneath my eyes because I feel that it is a little bit too heavy. But when I'm going for that stay all day, full coverage look, this is the perfect concealer for that, just because it does not move. As oily as I am, this concealer does not move, and it actually stays in place all day long. So that is the main reason why I'm using it. And of course, blending all of that out with a damp beauty blender once again. To set all that concealer, I'm going to be taking my damp beauty blender and literally dipping it inside of my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I just, like I said, dip it into the powder, tap off the excess, and then set all of that concealer. And once I do that, I let it sit for a couple of minutes and then just dust away all of the excess product, as you see right meow. Then to set that cream contour, I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Forever, I think it's called Pro Bronze Fusion bronzer, something like that. I don't know. In the number 20, this bronzer is absolutely amazing. There's just nothing bad to say about it. It's fantastic. And I'm using the Makeup Geek, I think this is the Makeup Geek blush brush, but I absolutely love using it for contour because it fits perfectly into the cheekbones. And just like that, with the power of editing, boom, brows are done. I just filmed my brow tutorial and I will leave that down below. For eyeshadow today, we're first going to be going in with, of course, Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie eyeshadow on a Sigma E40 brush. And as much as I am focusing this in the crease, I also want to take it a little bit above the crease just so it creates a little bit more of a gradient effect when we go in with darker colors. Then I'm going to be going in with Makeup Geek's Creme Brûlée eyeshadow on the Sigma E25 brush. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And for this color, I'm mainly going to be focusing it on the outer corner, and I really want to get a rounded effect to my eye. So as you can see, I focus it in the outer corner and then I do a little bit of a sweeping motion just to really round out that eye. But taking this all the way from outer to inner corner with the same amount of product. And then of course going back in with the E40 and blending all of that out. Then on top of that, I'm going to be going back in with the Sigma E25 and Makeup Geek's Frappe or Frappe, not exactly sure, but it is just a few shades darker than Creme Brûlée, and I'm just applying this in the exact same way that I applied Creme Brûlée, and really focusing on that outer corner and making it the darkest in the outer corner, but still taking it all the way into the inner portion of the crease. And then again, blending, 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 blending. Are you surprised? Then lastly, I'm going to be going in with Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear and Bittin, and I love mixing these two colors together because they give you the most perfect reddy brown color. Absolutely stunning together. And for these two colors, I'm just going to be focusing them in the outer corner because again, I really want that round, warm effect on the eye. So I just focus those in the outer corner, and then of course, blending all of that out so that there are no harsh lines. Then for the star of the show, which is the ColourPop eyeshadow in On the Rocks, and I honestly don't know what took me so long to play with this shadow because it is just absolutely stunning. It is so beautiful. Lost for words, gorgeous. So I applied this with the MAC 242 brush, and then I went back in with my fingers to kind of help blend it out. But it is true what they say that these shadows apply much better with your finger. But me personally, I feel like I have a little bit more control when I go in with a brush first. But I mean, you do you do whatever you feel comfortable with. I applied this shadow all the way from inner to outer corner, and I tried to stay just below my crease because it is a very glittery shadow. I didn't want to go all the way into my crease because I didn't want to get the glitter everywhere, if you know what I mean. For my brow bone highlight, I went in with Makeup Geek's Ice Queen on a Sigma E70 brush, and then back in with the Sigma E40 to help blend all of that out. For the lower lash line, I went in and mixed Cocoa Bear and Bittin again, and I put the most color in the outer corner, again, just to help round out the eye, but I did go all the way into the inner corner, but with just a little bit less product, if that makes sense. And then to blend out those two colors, I went in with the Sigma pencil brush and a little bit of Creme Brûlée and Frappe, or Frappe, or whatever you want to call it. So for lashes, I went ahead and skipped through this. I went in with the Blinking Beauty lashes in the style number 1, but because I just filmed a how to apply false lash tutorial, I didn't feel the need to show you again, but I'll link it down below. Then I went in with MAC's Extended Play Giga Black Lash for those lower lashes. I've said this before, and I will probably always say this. This is my absolute favorite mascara for the lower lashes. It is just so good. Then for blush, this is one of the new Urban Decay blushes. I don't remember the exact name of them, but I'll link it down below. And this is in the color Video Obsession. For highlight, ever since my last tutorial, which I will also link down below, I am obsessed with mixing Becca's Opal and Becca's Opal and the Makeup Forever number 2 highlight. I think they make the most perfect highlight together, and I applied that with a Sephora fan brush. And then for the lower waterline, I went in with MAC's Costa Riche just because I love the way this looks with brown eyes and warm brown shadows. I feel like it completes any warm look. Then you know the drill, setting the brows with Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And onto the lips, which are always my favorite part. This is the MAC lip liner in Currant, and I'm not the biggest fan of MAC lip liners just because I feel like they're a little dry and they actually kind of hurt my lips, but this is the closest lip liner that I have to the lipstick that I'm about to go in with, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Craft, which just got released, I want to say about a month or 2 ago. It is just so beautiful. It reminds me a lot of MAC's Rebel, and I think this is just going to be the most perfect all year round color. Alright you guys, so that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!